So I wanted to do something a little different tonight. This is the episode of I Didn't Choose Gaming. Gaming chose me. So let's see what we've got here. Just thinking about all this, and I want to do something totally different. First off, Twin Galaxy is such a joke. I mean, they can't even get their forum post right. So let's go to a couple of things. I want to talk about my book, and I want to go to the frequently asked questions page. But for right now, I want to go to the irrelevant site of Twin Galaxies, which I like to call Twin Nothing, Twin Fallacies, which will be the movie that will be coming out that we're making right now. Posts are not even in order. I just love this, though. Just shows that this man has no life, and you know exactly who he is. William Datasuck, the one who sits on Jason's in the Banning bathrooms. So, this submission is a part of a larger conspiracy to reward specific gamers with achievements that did not earn. Rudy, along with several others, submitted scores for exactly 1 million points on Activision Commando for the Atari 2600, went ahead and submitted the exact same score for this anthology collection on the PlayStation 2. This game, at one time believed to be a max out of 1 million points, it does not. The score rolls over but continues. Subsequent gamers have gotten much higher scores. Once they legit, you a thug or something, William? Once they legit pass the 1 million point mark, please see full evidence on the original dispute. Yeah, you know, the one that they put for Alan Houston, which was actually for me. It's just ridiculous. Note, the website malfunctioned incorrectly, created a link to Alan Houston's score, even though Rudy Ferre's score shows it was under dispute. Now let's take a look at the responses. I don't know how this idiot sounds, but we'll just assume EVN. Once again, the dispute system plays host of the unending Willie McAvoy and Rudy J. Ferrelli feud. The score was possible, and there is zero evidence presented here. This was not achieved. The dispute is very definition of frivolous. Surely there needs to be some burden of proof on the disputer to be raised in these disputes. This dispute is a joke. I agree with you, and even though we're not friends and we don't agree on a lot of things and you're not a fan of mine, I think this is really fucking funny. I don't know. We're not a Tourette boy yet. Okay. Mortal, you are not worthy of my flesh name. You may only refer to me as DD Data God. The proof is clear. It is 10 amongst us all of the million point scores that they thought the game maxed out at 1 million. So they nearly claimed to get 1 million as part of a conspiracy of individuals. David Yancey, in prime suspect, has a documented history of either tiny or scoring just below Todd Rogers. They all at one point claimed exactly 1 million points on this game. 4 people who got exactly 1 million points and for no reason at all decided to stop at 1 million and tie on a competitive scoreboard. What competitive scoreboard? Especially Ready for Ready, the champions to himself, which means Rudy Ferretti, of course, myself, the champion of champions, as the greatest gamer of the century. That's true. You're trying to tell me that you believe he intentionally tied like RTM, David Yancey, and Todd Rogers. You can believe that all you want. Well, first off, I did stop at the 1 million point mark because Todd Rogers had it, supposedly David Yancey, so I figured why not just tie them? And I actually thought the score stopped at 1 million. I didn't really try to go further. Plus, I don't have a score that I ever submitted on the Activision Anthology. I don't even know how the hell it got there. And Rudy admitted that he stopped playing at 1 million points. He only admitted to that after realizing it was not a kill screen, or I mean that the score stopped at 1 million. Because up until that point, they all believed that the score max out was 1 million points. That is why they all tied each other, because none of them actually achieved the score. None of them actually achieved that score, other than, once again, the thug talk. Once again, the other achieved the score other than RTM, who made it clear that he routinely put up interesting scores as a way of showboating. Ready for Ready, which is Rudy J. Ferretti, myself, the console player of the century, doesn't showboat. Simply claims to be the best in the world. No, I don't claim. I am the best in the world and always will be, and was the best there ever is, the best there ever was. and to have the most max outs. Well, that's a fact. I do have the most max outs. Thank you for contributing absolutely nothing to the dispute other than your continued irrational crusade against me. You were doing nothing positive to this website. Yeah, you were doing nothing positive to the website or for gaming by squatting in reverse cowboy on the owner of Twin Galaxies. Thank you for being antisocial and living off your wife. Alright, let's go to the next page, shall we? Let's see. We gotta go to the bottom because otherwise it's fucking not even in order. It's so stupid. The proof is clear. It is tender amongst all these million points schools that they thought that the game maxed out at 1 million. They nearly claimed to get 1 million as part of the conspiracy, a conspiracy of individuals. David Yancey and the prime suspect, he has documented history of either tiny or scoring just below Todd Rogers. They all at one point claimed exactly 1 million points on the game 4. Who got exactly 1 million points for no reason at all decided to stop at 1 million and tie on a competitive scoreboard. Especially ready for Eddie the Champions himself as the greatest game of the century. So basically I'm rereading that in EVN's voice, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, none of that is proof. It's just a conspiracy theory. Have you got a type? Maybe testimony from the ref at the time of the score was never performed. Do you have the quote from Rudy? Rudy? Anything at all besides a theory? So then post it or stop disputing scores and making claims that you can't substantiate. You're setting a really crappy precedent. Well, no, he's always set a really crappy precedent, giving over 10 grand to control of the scoreboard and to get people in trouble and sitting on them in reverse cowboy. I mean, what kind of fucking fuckery is that? The TG SAP, I like to say TG SAP, TG SAP can be distributed just because a person has a big mouth and 4,000 credibility that doesn't believe it. Now, this is going to get good. Stop arguing and vote no and move on with your life. You don't need to keep defending Rudy every second of the day. Well, you attack me every second of the day, fat boy. There are 4 scores with 1 million points. They are all highly suspicious. I reported you once again for being unnecessarily rude. Oh, and like you haven't over the years and all the problems that you cause. I guess you forgot about all that. Oh, I've never heard this asshole's voice, so we'll just make it up. Lexi Mark. Hey, Bill, I agree that it's pretty damn suspicious. If I had to bet, I'd say you're right. However, Yvonne is right. There's nothing here to consider except assumptions. But good luck, and once again, have some respect. We're talking about the Comps Player of the Century here, after all. You just jealous of Rudy. Well, of course you are. You're all jealous of me. I fucking retired almost 2 years ago, and you're still fucking with me every fucking day of the week. By all means, report me. You should bring Edmund's attention to this threat. If this is at all that's required to dispute a score, then the dispute system is broken. Well, no fucking shit, Sherlock. I fucking told everybody, including the asshole owner, that the dispute system was fucking broken. You know, unfortunately, his mother couldn't decide before asking his ill father that ran away that he should have put a fucking rubber on, or she should have swallowed him. Then we wouldn't have this fucking problem today, would we? Now, I'm not sure who the fuck Terrence CEW is. I have no fucking clue. So, I'll just make up a voice for him, too. Not sure if this is helping or hurting or completely irrelevant. And no offense if you're a friend or a fan of mine, by the way. Oh, wait a minute, you're from Australia. Never mind. But I'm not sure this is helping, hurting, or completely irrelevant. But back in the day, it was commonplace to find gauntlet high scores of 0000000, often first place, but occasionally ousted in the act of pettiness by a score of 10 million points or one, and just because we're cool. I really don't fucking know if this accent, nor do I care. Anything is possible when you make up your own version of events in absence of evidence, like I pretend I don't like Lexmark. Sorry to single you out, mate. I could just make up something. I don't believe that he did the zookeeper wrong. The refs were corrupt back in the day. No fucking shit. I could have told you that 16 years ago. He probably paid one to bribe, put a score in, and raise a dispute. Well, that's pretty much what Datasuck does. He's bribed Jace for a long time. How do we know that this is not happening here unless there's some evidence to back up the accusation? I'm certainly no fan of routine. That's fine. I'm no fucking fan of yours either. In particular, but come on. Let's see what we got here. You always bring a smile to my face, John. Keep up the good work. Yeah, because you have no life. This is all you do. This is all you have. Oh, here we have Tourette Boy. Here we go. This is great, because I got a chance to agree with everyone, so I think there's a rare chance where I could do things without offending people. You're seeing all one part. I agree with the scores are fake. I agree that Terrence, some people's games, people try to get a fixed score. I actually accept Robert RTM's explanation that he did really choose to stop there. That's right, I don't always assume RTM is wrong. I just very often have the reason to believe he is. Yancy and Rudy, though, I find most suspicious, really because Mr. Competitive Superiority Complex wouldn't just stop. And Yancy, well, Yancy has a history of tying impossible scores. Like truly impossible scores, the instruction book has a typo to max so magically ties the impossible typo. So I say it's just more of the same. I agree there needs to be more proof. Hopefully, thanks to this dispute, if anyone sees an old an old forum distracted where he brags about the max out, or maybe brings up, I can't even fucking help not laughing while reading this. It's not even about fucking reading it in somebody else's fucking voice. It's just so ridiculous. They put more time into me than anything. That's ridiculous. I'm more famous now than when I was a fucking, what do you call it, an active gamer. It's just crazy. I'm sorry. I have to get back to myself here, because otherwise if I keep laughing, I'm not going to be able to do this. That would be something that normally people would think of nothing and move on. Now, though, if someone sees that, they'll remember this thread and add the evidence here. Shut the fuck up. So much for innocent and proven guilty, huh? So much for putting me on your ignore list. So that's the fucking dispute on that. Now, hang on. This is going to get better. I want to take the time here to go to, Allen Houston now. I think that would be perfect. We need to go to Allen Houston's dispute, which is actually, in fact, my dispute, which is actually pretty fucking interesting if you ask me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out of the regular thread here, and I'm going to go up to more score disputes, because that's all you ever fucking see on this stupid ill website is score disputes and people submitting on scores. That's just absolutely ridiculous. I'm just checking my heart rate and blood pressure, make sure everything's normal, because obviously I'm a little bit heated right now, but in a funny way. I'm not heated like I'm angry. I'm heated because I'm trying to do all these fucking voices at once. Okay. On TG Records, blah, 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 score review, blah, 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 blah. Let's see, score review. Alright. So I had Tourette Boy, we had all that. Alright, so now we're gonna go to score dispute review. Unfortunately, it's not where I wanted to see it, so now I have to find it. Oh, this gets fucking interesting. This gets really interesting. It's like, I don't know what to do. Anyways. Where is this shit anyway? Fucking, you're gonna dispute one. Dispute the right one. I mean, come on. Where the hell is Allen Houston? I don't even see it now. I don't even see the shit. Was it even fucking accepted? I have a feeling that fucking score dispute was already accepted. If it was, then what we have to do is we have to go find it. I know. It's fucking annoying. Believe me. I know. You're telling me something I don't know. I'm pretty sure that score dispute, unfortunately, was accepted already. So, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to go back and look now for accepted score reviews. Accepted score disputes, which I believe was Allen Houston's. I don't even know why his score is in dispute, by the way. What was in dispute at all? Let's see, that's, okay, here it is right here. This one's gonna fucking be the icing on the cake. This is where we're gonna have some real fucking fun. Let me tell you. This is gonna be fun. Alright, let's see. So, This is the idiot once again creating the dispute. This was about me, by the way, but the moron put it in the wrong guy's name because all he does is worry about what I do and follows me everywhere I go. When Todd Rogers had the max out on this game, it was originally 1 million points. Three others, TG players, were not able to beat the score, so it was listed and tied for first place at their own max outs. For years, it was believed that the score maxed out at 1 million. As it turns out, the max out has been proven to be incorrect. Todd's score was removed, but there are three other people, including Rudy Ferretti, who mysteriously has the same exact score listed. They did not all get 1 million points and die with the same exact score. Why not, you fat fuck? Why not? That's what we do. That's what professional gamers do. We sometimes like to do the honor system. They believed the score was maxed out and that nobody would properly vet the submission. As you can clearly see in TG's own database, the 1 million theoretical maximum score has been blown out of the water multiple times. This score is fraudulent and needs to be removed from the Twin Galaxies database. I will include more evidence as I gather. Please refer to the comments in the thread. Here you have three scores that maxed out at 1 million points. Todd Rogers' score, they clearly go beyond the 1 million point mark, and none of them have the same exact score. Then he goes to a third fucking party website mentioning NADS on another website that I'm on that I don't even play on, so that's irrelevant. Once again, mentioning NADS on a different, thing. And then, of course, nerd boy with the white monkey wife of his, Marky Jewy. He goes, that one has, wait a minute, hold on. That one has a legit score here. Your intent is to dispute 1 million point scores, yes? Now that we know the game does not max out, let us determine the statistic possibility of 4 players getting the same and ending their game. Now he's going into schematics of the fucking casino business here. Suddenly, he's a fucking bookie. He's an agent. He knows everything about gambling. He knows nothing. I fucking lived in Nevada for many years. I was also big in the fucking casino business. What are the odds of one person getting 1 million points? Let's say it's 1 in 100. That is being extremely generous. Boy, this loser really put a lot of time into me, didn't he? I mean, seriously. If he just would have donated to all the other monies that I've gotten from my Splatterhouse machine, the free board, and the money I made as a professional gamer over the years, he would have gotten a lot more satisfaction and a lot more out of me than just writing stupid things about me. Ugh. 2 people getting 1 million points, 100 times 100 equals 1 in 10,000. 3 people, 1 million points, 100 times 100 times 100, 1 in a million. And then 4 people, 100 times 100 times 4, 1 billion. That's right. Even using generous odds, there is a 1 in a 100 million chance of this happening. Now, do you really think it would be 1 in 100 chance of playing Atari Commando and getting 1 million? Exactly. Make like more than 1 in 10,000. No, you fat fuck. Once again, okay, who takes ill pictures of his underage daughter and posts them on Facebook? I'm just going to say this. The odds are very high. When you're talking about Rudy J. Ferretti, myself, you're talking about people are going to play just for the fucking fact that I'm playing. So the odds are going to go down to minus fucking 1 million. They see Rudy J. Ferretti fucking playing, all of a sudden it's like, well, let's go after him. Let's do what he did. Let's beat him. So the fucking odds are not that big of a deal. So let's go to the next. I don't know how Nads talks. I'm assuming. Let me just look at his face. No offense, Nads. I know you were my friend once. Well, you're from Australia, so I think that they have most likely kept at this 1 in a million. It's quite easy to beat the game. I remember the game that had the same problem, but I can't think of the title. Okay. Whatever the fuck that means. This dispute was created in error. The wrong player was selected, and it was supposed to be Rudy Ferretti. I have notified the admins. No, asshole. You created the fucking thread wrong because you're a moron. They will likely delete the dispute. I'll create another one tomorrow and re-upload the evidence. Sure you will. Alright. This is going to get funny, though, now, because now, other scores subsequently allowed to go beyond 1 million points. Rudy himself has spoken out today, and he's simply stopped at 1 million. Yeah, I stopped at 1 million. So what? Now he's posting fucking screenshots of the fucking instruction booklet. So why Rudy? The game has been hitting bang on 1 million and very achievable. He is the scoring. So Nads posted the fucking, the manual. Why Rudy and not others? No particular reason at all. 1,000,000 scores can be disputed. I can only create one per day. Of course, because you have no life. You have to create score disputes in my name. Honestly, I'm going to say this again. I've said this before, and I want to make it clear. Thug Jace Hall and the rest of you of Twin Galaxies, remove my fucking score from the databases. Remove all of them. All of them. I want nothing to do with your ill organization and the people you endure and deal with. One of the reasons I retired is because of all these losers. Remove the scores. Remove them. Remove them like that Jace Hall's mother should have removed her friggin' open legs from his father that took off. So, you say the game's getting exactly 1,000,000 points is no problem. But would somebody do that on an easy game and stop going for more points? Rudy responded to this very question yesterday, and he said he stopped at 1,000,000. Yes, I fucking told Matthew Felix, a friend of mine, tying Todd Rogers at the time 1,000,000 points. 1,000,000 points was thought to be the max out. Why would anyone stop at the exact point when it would be easy to beat? Because, asshole, I talked to Todd, I talked to David Yancey. It was something we decided to do with each other. We did this with a few games because they thought it was a max out and they didn't even really submit. I didn't submit. Okay. These scores are fraudulent. If you have an alternative explanation, I'm all ears. First of all, it's all ears, asshole. Sadly, this dispute will be deleted and correct. Really? Well, it's been up for fucking 7 weeks, you fat fuck. Dispute will be correctly open, so you might want to hold off on too much typing. Tonight, after the 24-hour wait period is over, I'll recreate a new dispute and copy over the comments, which you never did, you fat slob. Go eat some more fucking potato chips and another hot dog. Oh, this is gonna get fun now. Hold on. I have a problem with the capping theory. Pole position 2 does it, yes? But there wasn't common. Talk about easy games, and what about Asteroids 1B? There's a reason why my 40-hour marathon super easy game while I drink brawls, and everyone knew it was super easy, but most people roll the score on the first try. But no cap there. They are many other easy titles as well, and Pole Position 2 was one that was capped that says so in the rules. Remember when Yancey on a game got 999,995. Coincidentally, the same score listed as a max out in the instructions not only does the game roll, but in the 5 is an impossible end digit. He also suggested perhaps was a cap. Yeah, right. People would cap at 1,000,000 or 999,999. No one would choose 999,995. Well, perhaps, asshole, that game fucking caps out at 999,995, you jack off. That was just copying believed max out from instructions and claiming cap to defend self. Without capping being mentioned in the rules, I'd need to see some archive showing such capping. Otherwise, capping can just be used to explain even truly impossible scores, as has been done once. Interesting. Yes. Back to the show. Roll film! Okay. Now here's Dad Suck again. For the record, I clicked on Rudy Ferretti's score to launch this dispute, but the dispute itself looks like it's for another player. How many fucking times are you gonna say that? Are you fucking getting Tourette's too, you fat fucking slimy slob? Seriously? Motherfucker looks like white fucking Sandman. Jesus. However, as you can see from the scoreboard, Rudy's score is under dispute. Nobody gives a fuck but you, fat boy. Todd had 1,000,000 before all his stuff was purged, right? Probably more likely that any player that rolled it was rewarded score equal to the original cheat, especially if he was CG referee. I should just fucking read this in Donald Pleasant's voice. It would probably be more entertaining for all of you. This is pure speculation. Nobody would be happy with getting their score rounded down. So as far as we have, the game was so easy they capped it. The game was thought out to be a max out, so there were no scores above the 1,000,000 accepted. people intentionally stopped at $1 million, so they could tie Todd. I don't buy it. Who cares what you buy? You're not even a fucking gamer. This one's my fault. I was talking to an older member who informed me also Todd had $1 million. I told others this. I since found no such proof. Even still, tying at $1 million raises all the same questions. Demons to Diamonds was disputed on 3 people trying to tie at the same number. And your fucking point? Just like this whole dispute. Per these links, Todd didn't have a score on TG Commando. He has nothing to do with the game. Okay, interesting. Several pages left, and then we can go on to what matters more than anything, my book. Here, David Yancey claims that Todd did indeed max out the game at $1 million, but not ref recorded at TG. Okay. Cheers. I thought it was the case based off of what you said off site. So RTM was a ref, and chronologically has the same first $1 million. Maybe he can chime in since he's very active here still. Plenty of evidence out there. The same person as corrupt referee deleted purged several of #1 scores from Todd in the past. I mean, I'd piss on a spark plug if I get a spark, if I thought it'd do any good. Either because he felt alone, or he felt it couldn't be done, or it was just too easy. I wanted to put himself in first place at the time. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, this one should be easy. Mr. Poco, you're my friend, but you're fucking hilarious. Well, now, so we're disputing scores because you can't believe a game got capped. For whatever reason, it doesn't seem like a logical reason to dispute a score. Since it's so easy, like we have claimed, it actually makes perfect sense to achieve a rollover. A rollover, call it a max, and anyone else who does it. What they get, the cap max. Remember, if all of these scores were done back on the VHS days, it's a bit more difficult to just skip the rollover times. I can understand where rollover is called max. I would have kept playing and tried to marathon the game myself, but disputing 3 scores, they all had the same score, isn't the reason. As Ned points out, the point system is set up to achieve 1 million points. Maybe the player did the rollover and just took the 1 million. Seems like what they all did. And you clicked on Rudy for a reason? Bill, come on. You and him just love to keep picking at each other. No, asshole. He picks at me. I don't pick at him unless he picks at me. That is besides the point. I guess I'm voting this one down. Let them have their 1 million points. It's clearly possible to achieve the score. It's clearly possible 3 gamers did achieve 1 million or higher, and the cap was set for whatever reason. So they all took it. Even though the cap of the score, any number of reasons. So what? They capped it. They all took 1 million. And us here at TG-SAP have allowed the cap to be removed, which has allowed the 2 runs in adjudication now to more likely to be accepted. Vote and no. Okay, thank you, Roger. Oh, there's more. If you thought a score was considered a max out, why wouldn't you stop? As for the second comment, are you saying they didn't even play the game and the score just appeared here? You have no evidence anywhere in the dispute other than your doubts. Think you need to kind of watch what you say here a little bit when it comes to the possible, considering he doesn't even fucking game, Roger. Thank you for your input on that. Cheating aspect with nothing to back it, since the consequences are pretty high. Speaking of which, are you saying that if these scores are somehow removed, that they should be branded cheaters and the score should be removed? Question mark. Here comes Trip Boy. I disagree. A cap on an easy game maxes makes sense. Breakout had all scores deleted because it was too easy to max out. Dodgem was the same deal. So why is it those true maxes? First of all, Dodgem is not a fucking easy game. You have to actually memorize a pattern. If those true max outs were the game that truly stops, those games that were explicitly at the time deemed easy got deleted. But his game didn't. Further, Other games like Atari Asteroids also received no caps. Mousetrap got no cap. Why the fuck would Mousetrap get a cap? That's not an easy fucking game. So lots of easy games with rollovers get no cap. Other games are easy max outs get deleted. So why is it so easy to believe that a game and the game being easy leads to cap? Why would anyone believe that he would add a cap for the game only and yet not to bother to put a cap in the rules? There's zero reason, zero, to believe that there was a cap in the first place or cap in place. There's lots of reasons to believe the cap was in place, including the fact that the rules had no cap, and the president of the game, after the game, having no artificial cap. Roy was right. Whatever the fuck that means. I don't know. I wasn't there. But yes, it does make sense. If a game is so easy, why did it even create the tracks in the game so easy to max? That is actually deleting them. That doesn't make sense. But it happened. I guess you're just saying lots of things happened back then when there was little or no explanation as to why. Our cap does seem reasonable in this instance. Also, maybe they all tied it as a joke. The game is easy. That could have very well happened. We can't just be removing scars because of doubt. Otherwise, so long pre-TG sap. Am I right? No. It's his wife, and you should probably barely gets him. Her, whatever it is. Well, here we are back again. Why not just explain every score has a cap? David Yancey also tied had truly impossible score. Impossible, so what? I can't speak anymore. The way the impossible score is a cap. I mean, I can't even fucking. I'm not gonna keep reading this bullshit about cap. Pop a cap in your ass, Tourette boy. Maybe you'll stop fucking Touretting. Anyways, let me go on to somebody that fucking has a little more merit while they speak. And here we go again about the fucking max outs. As you can see, if you go to these threads, the Allen Houston thread, which is basically my thread, and then my thread, which is my thread, you know, they're just go on and on and on about caps and what games are easy and what's not. Exactly. Even fucking Roger even, claimed, he said, agreed, it's fucking stupid. The whole thing is stupid. So let's go to page 4. Hopefully we can get RTM because I want to do another voice anyway. I'm tired of doing the same fucking people over and over again because they have no fucking life. He just keeps saying, no evidence, nothing to back it up, blah, 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 blah. If such an easy game, why are there so many scores? Just stupid over and over and over again. And, of course, they also mentioned the scoreboard, too. And I was on a screenshot of his slow piece of garbage PAL game of Gauntlet 2 max out score and used it as a screenshot for my max out score on the site. And I really didn't care. I wasn't playing the game again. I've played it before. I've got video for it. I've done it before. So, you want to call me cheer? Call me cheer. I don't really give a fuck. And I have no regrets. And I'd do it again. So, I'm not going to keep reading all this. I was having fun at first. Call me a liar, a cheater. No. It's just the same people speaking over and over again. Just fucking arguing back and forth, threatening to get each other in trouble like little fucking children. The whole thing is so stupid. And then he posts a stupid fucking thing about me talking about I don't know how he even got this. Shows he has no life. He picked up something of a quote I made about all my perfect scores and max outs, which is more than almost anybody by a fucking mile. But what's really funny is they just keep arguing back and forth, fighting with each other, threatening to report each other. A bunch of fucking lowlives in here, dude. I don't even understand. Do they even have time to get fucking laid? They spend all their time on me. It's ridiculous. Thank God I'm not gay. Like some of them are. I came into the scene never realizing, unlike Patty and all these other people, they came into the scene, thinking they'd just be involved with a bunch of tardies that don't fucking understand anything of life. And in a way, he was correct. But they were better gamers than he thought. Me, I actually thought I was going to be with some really good people. If I knew I was going to be with the tardest people that I've been with and dumbest people and low-life, homely people that I've been with all these years in this gaming scene, and that just, oh my God, I never would have gotten involved with it. I can't say it enough. So, I was hoping that Robert came in to play. But I don't think he chimes in at all. Oh, he does. This will get good here for a minute for you. So after, of course, a bunch of fucking arguing, here we go. That guy is mistaken. In his conclusion, in my case, my personal goal was just a million score and to kill off the game. At that point, I had intentions of achieving a very specific score on that title, as I had on several other 2600 challenges. 515,515 on Demon Attack, 55,678 on Circus Atari, 111,110 on Snoopy and the Red Baron. I killed my Commando game off with a few lives in storage. It was not a difficult challenge or title. At the time, there was no reason to engage in a piss match over beating another player's score by a few points. Boring title to boot. More bullshit by Tourette Boy, and of course, Data Suck. Lexmark, you could read for yourself. I'm not gonna fucking keep, it's ridiculous. And then fucking RTM talking about the Wayback Machine, it's just ridiculous. Now, with all that being said, this is what I want to do. A lot of people have asked a lot of questions about the book. We sold, slightly over 1,100 copies to boot. So, for some reason, we've only had the two bad reviews by Data Suck and one of his friends. They bought my book specifically just to bash it. So I wanted to go over some stuff with you. If you go to Halloween/Texas Chainsaw Massacre Atari 2600 Strategy Guide, not only will you be able to read about it was the first of its kind, but also what's really important is I really want you to take a look at our frequently asked questions page. Very important. And I'm going to go over that with you while I'm here. I was thinking about doing another starter too to try to get more sales for this book. It would be a hell of a lot easier for me to just get the orders done and then have somebody just buy a bunch of books. You know what I mean? Hopefully everybody would just go to there. So let's go to the frequently asked questions page in hopes it will increase sales. Because my goal was to sell 10,000 of these books, and I know we're not even close, and that's okay. So if you go to the page and you go look for frequently asked questions, I can even give you the link to it. As a matter of fact, here, just do this a lot easier. Hold on. Let me see if I can get you the link here. A lot easier. Actually, I'll even just fucking copy. It's my fucking book. I can do whatever I want. I'll just copy the frequently asked questions just so you can see them yourself. But I am going to read them to you as well. See, there's a lot of cowards in here. That's a frequently asked questions. It won't even let me fucking post it. Never mind. Okay. So I'm just going to go over them with you, okay? So a lot of people were, of course, you had Fat Boy, lying and saying that, I did stuff on Google. Yeah, okay. A world caliber gamer like me. So the frequently asked questions. Are the photos from the author his actual gameplay? Yes. In fact, actual screenshots of the author's gameplay. That's me. Obviously, the screenshots were real, and I actually played the game while writing the book. Is the knife real, and is that ketchup or barbecue sauce or blood? Truth is, the knife is real. The blood is in fact real. A person that enjoyed cutting himself bled on the blade for me. No joke. Did the author use Google or search engines for this book? No. There was little to no information on this book, on the facts of these games on the internet. Okay? What does the book have that I cannot find on the internet? Actual gameplay and calculated timing of what is possible on both games, along with accurate historical information both about the games and their origin. Why are the photos in the book black and white and not color? That's a great question. While I wanted to do this guide in full color, in order to keep the cost down, we published
it in black and white, thus giving it the retro look. Since many serious Atari players play these games in black and white to avoid eye strain and other epilepsy attacks, if we did the guide in color, it would be in the ballpark of $25 or more. So in order to keep it at the $6.66 mark, that's why I kept it black and white. But if I do a shit starter or I do an indigo, I have a good chance of lowering possibly the price of the book and making a lot more sales. Why does the book have 2 blank pages? Well, I decided the book should have a first blank page for the reader gamer to use for notes, mapping, etc. The second page that was blank was created for autographs from other players and actors that relate to the game and the movies. So this way, if you go to an event for a heart convention or something like that, and you meet, say, Kane Hodder, even though he has nothing to do with the book, maybe he'd sign it for you. You know what I mean? You might meet, unfortunately, you won't meet Gunnar Hansen. He's long gone, unfortunately. But, you might meet another Leatherface guy or somebody from Texas Chainsaw Massacre Next New Generation, Matthew McConaughey or something. You might meet Tony Moran from Halloween. A lot of good scenarios for you. And I was going to keep reading those frequently asked questions for you. Also, this was another good question. You guys asked, why are the pages double-sided? That's how Amazon decided to do it to keep costs down. We as a whole disagreed with that, but that was their choice, not ours. The book says first and only unofficial and unauthorized. Why is this? Well, the fact is, this is the first and only guide for these 2 titles and strategic guide in history for these 2 games. The reason to the terms of unofficial and unauthorized was only to avoid legal issues in the future. That's actually a fact. That's what I actually wrote. I don't play video games, so why would I buy this book? More the merrier. I mean, you want to buy this book because you're not a gamer. The fact is 95% of our customers have never played Atari, never even heard of these 2 games. They bought these books actually for the love of fanfare of Leatherface and Michael Myers from the Halloween and Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. It's actually true. Most of my customers are actually from out of the country too. Is this guide available in other languages? Absolutely. Our guide is worldwide and is available in multiple formats and languages. Now, if you have any other questions, feel free to email me, contact me. If you want your book autographed, just ask me and I can do that for you. I don't charge anything extra. And that's basically it. So, all in all, we had a really good show tonight. We covered a lot of bases. As you can see, all these people from the gaming community just live for me. If sometimes I probably shouldn't have retired, but it was really good. And like I said, I didn't choose gaming. Gaming chose me. If I knew I was going to go through this shit, I never would have done it. Anyway, it's 10 o'clock. Unlike many of you, I actually have a job. I have to work in the morning.